My people, even the Oni who has been very, very patient and his wife never knew, has lost his cool. Yes, he has. Because whatsoever happens, whatsoever is going to happen, or whatsoever is going on right now in the palace, he does not speak like Oni is that patient man he used to be that his wife never knew. Yes, even if these women knew that Oni is a very, very patient man, believe me or not, they would have used it categorically against him. They would have made sure they use it at their own advantage. But they did not know. Yes, they didn't. And now it has indeed become a thing for them to realize at the end, because Miriam made a proposal to the Oni, and her proposal was that she would love to have a child of her own, so she's asking for Oni to donate sperm. You know that when it comes to IVF, they need the mother's egg and the sperm of the husband. And she if even if they go to court, what Miriam is asking for, it's not wrong. Since Miriam has not yet signed the divorce papers that she's no longer on his wife's, what she's asking for is not wrong. So even the court will tell the Oni, give your husband, give your wife the sperm she needs to have a child for you. Yes, except you say that you don't have a child. But what would the proof be that she doesn't want a child when Olori Naomi is giving him children, and several other people have children. Toby now has children, a lot of things. So Oni did not reply. Oni did not say anything to Miriam, because people like Miriam and Oni's wives in general, you have to be very, very careful when you are talking to them. You have to be extremely careful, because these women are dangerous. These women are a set of persons that you cannot just look at them and then feel you have it all right. No, they are the kind of people that are very, very manipulative. They are the kind of people that you would know that this thing is red, but they would convince you that this thing is black, and you would forget your own sense of humor to believe them. So the kind of people Oni married as wives. So Oni, knowing this very well, he was not in a rush to answer Miriam. Yes, he was not in a rush to answer Miriam. But everybody knows that this thing Miriam is doing, it is just to what? To have an urge. If Miriam happens to bring forth a male child now, hey, everywhere in that palace will scatter. Everywhere will just scatter. Because we all know that Olori Miriam is not the Persian type who waits. Immediately her scan tells her that it's a male child. Miriam will scatter ground. Oh. Miriam will do a lot of things that will cause destruction, that will cause a lot of go slow in that palace. So now the Oni have reached out back to her. And the Oni asked her a question. Why do you want to have a child? If the answer to that question is tangible, the Oni will not hesitate to donate that sperm, because Miriam has been with him in the palace for years now. Miriam has been there for decades. But why all of a sudden the interest in having a child? Yes, my people, oh, it is worth asking. If the Oni doesn't ask, then one might call him a fool. Yes, seriously, one might be tempted to call him a fool, because whatsoever happens or whatsoever goes on in the palace, these women are are conscious of what they do. They are very, very conscious of what they do and what they get themselves into. So they can't just wake up today and then say that this is what we want without a reason. We know them too well. They can't wake up and say this is what we want without having a reason to it. So the man is asking the question, and it is quite simple. If she is kind enough to tell him the main reason, not like he is disputing the fact that you can't have it, you can't have it. No, he did not say that. All he is saying is that, tell me, I know you people don't just do things. You do things for crucial and particular reasons. You do things because of what you want to achieve. You do things because of an agenda you have planned, because of something you have sorted out for yourself already. So please tell me, what is it that you want to do this time around? My people, this is indeed something that nobody was expecting, because maybe some of us were expecting that Oni will come out and say, no, I won't give you my sperm. Or will say, okay, let me give you. Nobody was expecting the angle Oni take. Now Oni have come to understand his wives. They say that what when you come to understand something, you will deal with it better. That is the aspect Oni is taking with his wife now, because vividly these women are a kind of people that you cannot just predict them. You can't. You ought to be very, very careful when you are dealing with these women, because they are this kind of people who don't care whatsoever becomes the outcome of a matter. As once as they start, they just want to end it. And you see this whole matter, Toby and Miriam and the rest are dragging. It is because what the matter have exceed the stopping point, but simply because they signed up that whatsoever becomes of this matter, whatsoever becomes of this matter, we stop when we want to stop. They can't just say that, okay, oh, let's end the matter. No, they can't say it. Yes. But as it stands right now, Oni has asked a very, very vital question. And this question, it is worth 1,000 answers. Yes. This question is worth 1,000 answers. So we shall hope that Toby will give this 1,000 answers. So yes, we hope that Toby will give this, Miriam will give this 1,000 answers, because the only is interested in knowing why she wants a child. Yes, she's interested in knowing why she wants a child. See, these things are not things that people would begin to overlook, because when it comes to own his wives, these women don't just do things. So everybody dealing with them ought to be careful. Everybody dealing with them has to be careful. This is the kind of person that own his wife have proven to be. So if you can't cash the check on time and know that these people I'm dealing with, they are very, very delicate, then you are at a very, very big lose yourself, because these particular people, they are very, very delicate, and whatsoever they do for their own game. Yes, they do for their own game. That is what they do.